Hold me. Me mommy. We are from here. That's not even a half of them. But we will be moving to a new location soon. Tomorrow. Shout out to Scouserland and shout out to Lee Chadwick, the butcher. I just want to say this now, right? Stacks, all you are, bro, yeah, is full of fucking steroids. You know, the hardest man on the internet. No, you're not. I know loads of blokes that'd put you in your place. You're fucking sausage. Come here. Can anybody tell me how much 50 grams Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, it's gone off. I was getting into that. You've got a sausage. You're still here with us, I see. You know, Raymond, I will have a catch up with you, right? It's like I'm 7 subs away from 4,500. That means I'm 507 away from me target I set myself. And here, we didn't do it by calling people out. We did it the normal way. I think I am, but they're just props from my studio when I move. Some people might say I'm a hard, are you? I watched that documentary. I watched that thing last night with HS and I don't like HS Tucky. I think he's an arrogant wanker. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't like him. He's a shit individual. You know, he's teaching kids. He's charging kids money to be part of this manosphere. Bro, you have an issue with gay people, but see you get your fingernails done. Do you understand? You get your fucking hands manicured. You're a fairy. You know. And for saying that you disown your son if he was gay, you are nothing but a cunt. You know. I'll tell you who I like. I like Jim Skin and I like Lee Fletcher or Lee Chadwick, the butcher from Liverpool. Nah, I understand that, bro, but there's no point going around telling everyone on YouTube you're a hard man when you get your nails painted and you have group wanks. He admitted to the two. Do you all have group wanks? Now, I don't know about you. 13 years in jail can do a lot to a man's arse. Anybody that turns around openly and says, I'm in groups where we have mate wanks. What's that? It's like, I'm like, what's that all about? But I will say one thing. He triggered Piers Morgan. Yo, bro, that's your gal. She's looking for dick. He fucking embarrassed him. He should have done his homework on that HS, man. Obviously, if you violate him, he's going to find a way to violate you. Where I come from, the men don't get their nails manicured. You know, they get them pulling out their fucking skin. You know, listen, I don't care whether you like me or not for saying this, but any man who gets manicures and says that he's the hardest man on the internet, you are a fucking sausage. The only stacks I see is 6'3", full of shit. You know what I mean? You're a male slag. You know, you're in everybody's DMs. You know, you reached out to I Beat the Boss because he said that he had tickets for a gig for Central C, a private party. And he scammed you, you sausage. You know all that bad man shit, like where you walk like you're a roadman. Listen, don't try to be an influencer if you're gonna be a knob, especially a cockney northern wanker. Southern wanker, how about that? I like Jim Skin, and I like that Scouser. Lee Lee, what's his name? But I'll tell you one thing, I reckon this guy, like, is a serious guy. Like, there's a few sausages on here. How are you, Mousy? There's a few fucking sausages on here, like, that are going around the internet, clout whoring themselves, because that's all he is a clout whore. You know what I mean? Men carry themselves away. If you think you're a hard lad, you don't need to go around telling everybody. That's egos for you. You know, fuck your amigo with your ego. So, all morning, I've had to tell a few A-Rabs off. And B-Rabs and C-Rabs. Bro, you need to move your car outside me house. Brother, it's Ramadan is over. What the fuck has that got to do with you parking your car outside my house? I won't be long. I was like, bro, listen. You're not going to be long, because you're moving your car. Right, Eid Mubarak. You know, I'm glad your fasting's over, but listen to me, bro. If you don't move that car, yeah, I'll burn it. It's outside me fucking, you know what I mean? Move it. What's the plan for today, Mousy? Me tunes has died on me. But, hey, any his Peaky Blinder fans, the Immortal Man comes out today. Mousy, I just went down the shop a minute ago. They charged me 30 quid for that. £29 for Amber Leaf 50 gram. £29, not euro. £29 for 50 grams. Man United are playing tonight against Bournemouth. I think it's Bournemouth or Brentford. One of them. Francie, if you're watching this, bro, me lad'll be there tomorrow, and I'll give you your number, and I'll give him yours, right? And he'll meet you tomorrow, yeah? Too early in the morning for this. Guys, I need your help. I'm 7 subs away from 4,500. If you're watching this now later on this evening, hello, Mr. Bolt. Can somebody go over and check many subs I have? Am I on 493? If one of you can do that for me real quick, just to see. Yeah, but I don't like big stacks. I think he's a knob. You know. He gets very everybody, you know what I mean? He's in everybody's DMs begging it. Can I make content with you? Can I make... Oh. I understand how social media works, you know. Everybody wants to make a crust, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just as well, YouTube isn't only me, it is the only one I don't profit from. My reward is linking a community of drug addicts, ex-addicts, current addicts, smackheads, crackheads, tablet heads, anybody who's gone through mental health torture or trauma is welcome in here. And there's not one of us better in here. And there's not one of you motherfuckers that is better than anybody on here who's still struggling with addiction. You are not going to help people get to tomorrow by putting them down. I've said this many times, and the reason being is I'm 52 this year. I've had over 90 psychiatric evaluations. My first one when I was 5 for lighting a match in a house and killing me brother and sister. Now, when I got older, I took drugs to block shit out. And what I didn't realise I was doing, I was just suppressing memories. And I was self-medicating to try get myself through it, but what I didn't realise was I relapsed. You know, last year, I'm not gonna lie, I was away from heroin for over... Shout out to Denmark, thank you, Jonathan. Like, it's not easy for me to talk about addiction and me weaknesses and me flaws and me imperfections. Number one, have I got flaws? Yeah. Number two, have I struggled with drugs most of my life? How are you, Stephen? Good morning. Yeah. But what I didn't realise was, until when I got to my 40s, I realised that it wasn't drugs or tablets or cocaine or heroin. That was the problem. I was the problem. I've been to rehab. They tried to make me go to rehab and I said, fuck no. So he rang an ambulance and fucked me in the ambulance, you know. Like I said, I'm on a lot of drugs. I'm on a lot of controlled drugs. I'm on medication over 25 years. When I first come on the cesspit, I told you all, listen, I'm on a lot of medications. I've never lied about that. But sometimes people give you a hard time. Good morning, Ricky. I bet you I'd still punch your cunt face in. Hey, don't be rude to me in my own channel. Seaside Spartan. What do you wrestle against? Crabs and prawns. You know what? Listen, if you want to be rude, you will be removed. I mean, hidden from my channel. Oops. Story about me. So, in 1979, my mother woke up and realised she ran out of nappies. We lived in the inner city. We lived in we lived in a place called Fatima Mansions in Dublin near Rialto. One morning, my mother got up to get nappies. We lived on the 4th balcony in Fatima F block. My mother went downstairs to get nappies in the van. By the time she walked back up them 4 flights of stairs, the flat was ablaze. I was on fire, and I looked into me hall and I seen a milk crate, and if I had waited another second, I would have been pinned against something. I opened the fucking door, man, and as soon as the oxygen hit the fucking... I got chucked onto the balcony. You know, that's what led to my trauma. You know, at 4 years old, I witnessed me baby brother too, and well, here, little kids shouldn't be in here, so go fuck yourself and get out. Now, suck on that. Here, don't annoy me when I'm trying to fucking talk about something very difficult, okay? So, I lit a fire at 4-year-old. You know, after that fire, every night I went to sleep, they come to me on fire and telling me I killed them. I failed them. You're my brother and you left us to die. Can you imagine having nightmares like that? Would that not affect you? So, at 8, I start abusing solvents like Tipex tinners, glue, gas, petrol, just to numb me brain and forget about it for an hour, you know. But it never goes away. Me mum went down to get nappies, Ricky. We lived in flats in the Dublin inner city, and I woke up when I heard the door close. I went in the kitchen, found a big box of matches, went back into the bedroom. It was a 1-bedroom flat. Bro, me sister's in the bed, in the cot. You know, me little brother is in with me ma. I'm on a sofa and me dad's on the floor. Me dad was in work when it happened. I went under the bed, Ricky, and I lit a match. And you know all that brown hay shit? Within seconds, Ricky, I went up. Me hair was on fire, bro. Me clothes were on fire. I was in a t-shirt and shorts. Bro, do you want melted to me? I managed to open the door and I just got blown about 2 feet out the door on fire. And next of all, men were running down the balcony, grabbing me, trying to get into the flat. Ricky, 4th floor, last house. Bars on the window. There was nothing I could do. I was 4. You know. And growing up, I seen it destroy me mother. You know. I had to be put on Ritalin at 8, Ricky. Till 11. By the time they had taken me off Ritalin, I was at the fighting with about 65% of the kids on my estate and bursting them. A lot of people, we have trauma. And listen, guys, I'm being on a level with you here. I should have gone that day with them. You know. And Ricky, you know, I had neighbours holding me back. I was 4 years old, Ricky, yeah? And I could hear them screaming. Nobody could get to them. Me mother ran back up the stairs, ran down the balconies. Bro, you know what me ma said that morning? Me babies are in that flat burning and you won't get in. They couldn't. I'll tell you one thing, Ricky. Before the firemen got there, they stopped crying. every time I heard an ambulance or a fire brigade, it's like, yeah, Ricky, I was only 4. It was an accident, a tragedy. But for most of my life, bro, I could never forgive myself because it destroyed me, ma. Like, after that fire that day, we'd nowhere to live. We had to move in with me granny in Bluebell Flats at 4. I lived there for 6 years, and then I moved up to Ballyfermot. And when I moved up there, it's like I befriended easy 100 of the lads up there. Yeah. Maybe just a little bit, bro, but when you've lost all the people I have, listen, God's punishing me because I did bad things allegedly in my past life, and I'm still paying for them now. It's called penance. Carmen never misses you. Good morning, Lou. But bro, that's the reason why I'm still here. You know, I've tried to end my life twice because I couldn't deal with the nightmares. Does that make sense? And I tried to end my life miserably once. One day, I got so fed up, I did that. I did that, and that was tied to the attic. Not this belt. If I had been that belt, I wouldn't have been here talking to you. Yeah, me brother and sister died, Ricky. Me brother died instantly. Me 7-month-old sister fought for 6 hours. You know, bro, listen, I wasn't allowed to go to the inquest and what have you. I wasn't even allowed to go to the fucking funeral. They were trying to protect me. I'm not. I'm not sorry. You know why? Because I wouldn't have my family that I have now if that didn't happen. Well, listen, and I'll tell you, right? God does things to test us. You know. Childhood trauma affects us all. And can you just do me a favour for 5 minutes and forget you know me or forget you know anything about me? Imagine at 4 years old, lighting a fire, being a kid and striking one match, and after I struck that match, within 7 hours, both me brother and sister had died. One died of smoke inhalation, and my sister, she died of burns. 90-degree burns. And she fought for 6 hours. You know, I'm not going to lie, and I'm not going to blame drugs or alcohol. I self-medicated in order to bury it. You know, I was going to bed. They were coming to me on fire. I was afraid to go to sleep. Imagine that. Have you ever been afraid to go to sleep? 13 years of therapy. It never goes away. I know that, Ricky, now, but as a kid growing up here, every time it was an anniversary, my mother broke down, bro. My ma was taking tablets for her nerves because she felt like a shit parent. I've done a lot of bad things, mate, and every day I try make up for it. I did a lot of bad in my past life. I've been shot. I've been stabbed. I've been you may as well say waterboarded, yeah, and got tortured up in Cherry Orchard. You know, because when you try suppress trauma, it's going to affect you one day. And especially with men, the amount of men that are taking their life in the UK and Ireland, every fucking, listen, according to the World Mental Health Federation, out of every 8 children, these are facts, out of every 8 children who survives a parent to suicide, 1 in 8 kids go on to take their life. You know, I tried to end my life twice. What would that have done to my kids? Well, Ricky, I'm the same. I've did bad things, allegedly. But bro, listen, education's the way forward. I don't think all them lads that are like this, look, fucking gang signs and all that, get the fuck out of here. You know, that's not a gang sign. That's a postcode. But guys, can you do me a favour, right? I'm sat here pouring my heart out to you for one reason, okay? Trauma will kill you if you do not deal with it. Do you understand? A lot of us take drugs, we self-medicate because we can't go to the doctor and admit, not just to ourselves, but to a doctor, we have a problem. Well, bro, listen. Again, I sympathise with your story. You know, I know another geezer on here. Now, I've not spoke to him for a while. I'll never say a bad word about him. In all fairness, it broke me fucking heart. When you get close to people, you know, like, I looked up to this person so much. He helped me so much. You know, I wouldn't have these teeth without this individual. It's like, and I'm not going to lie, it's like I wish I never fell out with this guy. You know, it's very hard to find a good friend when you live in the UK. It's like sometimes things happen and it's like we fly off the handle, and I don't like being aggressive. It's not, bro, it's not the location that's becoming cold-hearted, it's the people that live in it. You know, like on YouTube I can see somebody getting seriously fucking hurt. You know, look, I'm a content creator and I respect all of the content creators. I don't come on here slagging people off, or like I've managed to lose a few people along the way. I fell out with a few people and I know in my heart I didn't do anything wrong. But I have to just get on with it, you know. It's like, you know, I never come on here to call people names or to trigger. But if you look at every other channel in our circle on YouTube that talks about mental health, they're all profiting off it. Well, I'm in Manchester as well, Ricky. You know, I'll meet you one time at the Etihad if you're near it, and we can make a bit of content and have a chat and go for a coffee. I'd like to say Eid Mubarak to all the good, law-abiding Muslims around the world. Alhamdulillah, you eat loads of food today and hydrate. I have family and friends who are Muslim. Inshallah, you have a good day. You know, yeah, alhamdulillah, you have a good day. You know, I have a lot of friends and I have a lot of family that are Muslim. And I'm going to be honest with you now. I'm going to break character real quick here, right? I don't hate anybody. I don't hate you if you're white, black, brown skinned. But because of race, because of fascists, because of people who are prejudiced and homophobic and racist. I used to be racist. I'll tell you straight. I was blatantly racist at 18. But when I come to the UK, an English lady helped me. A black English lady, wagwan to my man. You know what? She screamed at me and I was like, yeah, I'm not arguing with this lady still. Bro, you're a half-breed Filipino German. Do you want to hear the funny story? Years ago, my father worked in a hospital called Jervis Street Hospital, right? He was playing poker on payday night with 4 lads, Eddie Reynolds, 2 other lads and a German called Dietmeier. Eddie and his mate folded. So my man said to me, Dad, I want to see your hand. Me dad said, well, you better put another 100 down there. He said, how about this? Your wife and my wife are about to have babies, right? Now, how about this? If I win, not only am I taking your money, you're going to call your son after me. Have a guess what happened? Me father lost the bet. I have a young brother, yeah? His first name is Alexander. Have a guess what his second name is? Dietmeier. It means gimp mask in Germany. So it's Alexander Gimp Mask McDonald. You know, shout out to me dad. He got a sense of humour like me. But, bro, that's true. That's a fact. Me father, bro, he never reneged. You know, he was old fucking school, old fashioned, had old fashioned principles and morals. You know, and he learnt me a lot, me dad. Don't get me wrong, he broke me nose a couple of times, like, you know what I mean? You see? But I scalded the bastard. I got him back a few times, you know. Like, I used to fight with me dad at 10 when he was beating me mum up, and I get a backhander. You know what I mean? And this is why I don't drink alcohol, yeah? I don't need cocaine. I don't need to go out to establishments where everybody is snorting cocaine. And then on a Monday morning, they get back on the high horse and start calling people junkies and this, that. Hang on a minute. If you snort cocaine or you smoke it, it doesn't matter. It's the same. You know, like, there's no morality in taking cocaine. Like, just if you, like, some people out there actually think that they're better because they take powder cocaine and other people smoke it. There's no difference with addiction's addiction. Whether it be alcohol, drugs, pills, sex, gambling. It's an addiction. It's an illness. But, guys, if you're new on my channel, I'm about 7 subs away from 4,500. If you're new and you come in the chat, morning Mr. FYM, if you're new and you come in my channel, tell me a sub to me channel and I'll get everyone in my channel to sub to you. How about that? It's like 7 for 1. You sub to me and I'll get you 7 subs. For every 1, I'll get you 7. Guys, I want to apologise about that. I just had to make a quick phone call. I'm going to have to bring me live to an end. Yeah, bro, it's back on now. That's my fault. Yeah, I'm not back for long, bro. I'm going to go anytime soon. You know, they charged me £28 for that. 28 fucking pound. But, guys, listen, if you're new to this channel and you haven't subscribed to me channel, can you do it? And I'll sub back to you. Hey, I'm going in to watch the new Tommy Shelby movie, The Immortal Man. Jude had a phone call saying that the court, it's going forward on Wednesday. Wow. Well, bro, listen. If you want to come on and talk about it, if you want, you know, I'll do a StreamYard if you want to come on and talk about it. It's up to you. I'm going to get a couple of these on soon. Bro, once I get me shed down in the house, you know what I mean? I'm going to build a proper studio, but I'm going to have to fucking do a GoFundMe or fucking put up a fucking PayPal. Bro, I've never charged people over since I've been on here, yeah? And everybody knows that I've done it the noble way and I've never did it for money. But it's going to benefit you in the long run, you know what I mean? Because I'm thinking, bro, listen, I do this to help people, yeah? I don't charge people memberships and I help other channels grow. I help get them to 50 and off they go. You know, and I've helped a lot of channels on here, so next week when I sort out my online banking, I'm going to put up a PayPal link, and if anyone wants to donate it in order for me to get from here down to that garden in my Maz and build a little location so I can invite people, bro. I could even invite you over, Aaron over, a few people from Manchester who do content over to the garden. I might even get a gazebo. Bro, if I don't get the shed, I'll get a gazebo and I'll do me lives in there. But guys, if you're not subscribed to this channel, could you hit the subscribe button? Well, bro, if he goes guilty, it'll save you the hassle of going through a full trial. You know, but we won't say too much on here, right? Because I don't want it to interfere with your case. You know the one, bro, yeah? But I'm rooting for you, bro. Fuck him. You know, he deserves everything what he gets. And bro, look, he fucking assaulted you. You know, and at the end of the day, bro, if you're a law-abiding citizen, right, and you don't go around looking for trouble, and bro, that's your right. You know, you pay fucking taxes. And if someone assaults you, listen, it's different with me. If you assault me, I'm not going to ring the police. I'll handle it. I'll wait till I get you on your own, and I don't care, because I know it's going to take the police 5 minutes to get there, and within that 5, boosh! You know, but you don't want to harm your case, so we won't speak about it, right? But I'm rooting for you. But guys, I'm going to end this live, right? If you're not sub to me channel, right, it'd help me. If it was a black eye, I wouldn't have brought charges. Nah. Listen, and I said, bro, look at, you're a productive member of society. All that shit. Revenge. And grudges. It doesn't end well. You know, he fucking maimed you, bro. So, fuck him. But, you know, you've a right. Everybody's got a right. You know what I mean? It's like at the end of the day, if he nearly blinded me, I don't think I'd go down the legal road. I'd crack his head like a fucking egg. And here, can I get this on my chest? I've made nearly 7,600 videos, and I've not made one video calling anybody out in particular. But that might change tonight. But guys, listen, I'm going to end me live, and I'll talk to you later. If you're not sub to me channel, can you do it? And I'll be back on later on, right? And we'll go through it.